Now, there's just 2 weeks left until the end of the Gaza ceasefire deal's first phase, and yet several provisions of that agreement have yet to be fulfilled. Among them are the delivery of mobile homes needed to shelter displaced Palestinians who have lost their homes in the war, though none of them have made it past the border with Egypt so far. Hamas accuses Israel of avoiding its obligations, but says they won't allow the agreement to fail. Israel should allow 60,000 mobile homes into Gaza before March the 1st. As we mentioned, none have been sent until now. The delivery of 200,000 tents is also stipulated in the deal. Only 10% have arrived. The UN says more than 1.8 million people in Gaza are in need of emergency shelter and says there's no time to lose in delivering the aid. Because about 69% of all homes and buildings are destroyed in Gaza, that's according to UN estimates, forcing Palestinians, as you can imagine, to live in the rubble. And 10,000 bodies are thought to be buried under the rubble. Israel's preventing the construction equipment needed to recover them. All right, let's speak to Hani Mahmoud, who's in Beit Hanoon in northern Gaza. So, Hani, despite 6 rounds of captives being released there from Gaza, still, as I've just been describing, these very large shortfalls in vital aid reaching people there.
Yes, and the growing concern right now, there is more of a general consensus among people here that the Israeli military is only interested, or Israel at large, interested in the release of the captives and not honoring the terms of the ceasefire. As per the terms of the ceasefire, as soon as it took effect and the start of people returning to their homes in northern part Gaza City, another part of the Strip, vital aid was supposed to come in and come at an amount that is enough and sufficient for the greater demands and the needs created by months of devastation and destruction. We're still in the city of Beit Hanoon, and this just particular area of the city of Beit Hanoon housing the central hospital of the city, a city of approximately 60,000 people with only one central hospital here. In the past months, it served the population here, provided vital medical care for many of the injuries and the patients at a very large number. It was overwhelming at some point, but eventually the Israeli military just decided that this hospital is not needed at all in the area and destroyed it completely by many of the multiple bombs that were dropped in the area. As you see, it's just more of a pile of rubble right now. And the alternative to this hospital, 2 tents that have been set up as a hospital, as a medical center to serve hundreds of people. Just within the past few minutes, we've seen people were queuing here, waiting for the doctors and the medical staff to arrive to the tents, but we couldn't help but hear them complaining about the lack of medical supplies, the lack of proper medical care. Down the road, the scene is quite massive and very shocking. The destruction of hundreds of residential homes. These homes housed and accommodated hundreds of families. And now in terms of vital aid needed to come to Gaza, particularly when we talk about mobile homes or caravans, each one of these residential homes accommodated 3 to 4 or 5 families in some cases. So each one of them need a caravan, need a mobile home just to provide a proper shelter. Without this, the idea would be very, very difficult to accommodate on the ground. So many of these homes, behind the walls of these homes that are now destroyed and in ruins, many families lived inside in peace and stability. This area happened to be also a marketplace, a very busy, vibrant area, but not anymore. What we're seeing here is people are desperately trying to search for signs of life here. Instead of the market here, that again used to be very active according to local residents, vibrant, full of people, full of life, we're seeing a replacement here, alternative to many of the stores here, just a few of the street vendors in the area, and that has been, for the past days, been very, very shocking to the people here, an area that used to offer job opportunities for many people, not anymore, as everyone is trying to survive. These are the 2 tents that are set up as an alternative to the hospital, the Beit Hanoon Central Hospital. As you can see, very basic, and it doesn't provide much of the needed medical care right now. Beit Hanoon is in need of a larger field hospital to accommodate the medical needs of everyone in the area. And it's not only the hospital that has been destroyed during the past months in the war, but also Beit Hanoon clinic here on the other side of the road that also has been destroyed and turned into more of a ruin right after people took it as a shelter. Many of the local residents in the area, very close to the borderline, within the range of shots and the fire and the range of missiles and shells by the tanks, took shelter there, but it was destroyed. In addition to many of UNRWA clinics and privately owned health centers and clinics were destroyed, we can safely say that the entire city of Beit Hanoun doesn't have any functional or operational health facility. People have to get out of the city to the Indonesian hospital that is running an operation at a very low capacity as of now.
Yeah, Hani, extraordinary to see the medical needs of a large number of people in Beit Hanoun simply reduced to a couple of tents there. Hani Mahmoud in Beit Hanoun in northern Gaza. Thank you.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.